here and was seeing how the soldiers were surrounding this one. I'm sorry, the soldiers are here, and that's the barbed wire from the East German guys. And I was standing here on the blue stand. I waited 1 hour, 2 hours. The right moment did not seem to come. And at a sudden, right here in the back, the East German brought new trucks, new building materials, concrete and stones, and they were going back and forth to unloading. And right here there was this background noise, like a machine or something exploding. And I was saying, my God, help me. That is the second. I ran through here with this noise where all the people looked here. I crossed this line of soldiers, jumped over the barbed wire and was ending up. And I had this, you know, here was all a wall of people from West Berliners. It was the first day in protest. They were hot. And they were here behind the barbed wire. And I was now running here, jump over the barbed wire, and I had very big jump, a soft landing on a fat lady. Who was laughing? Okay, thank you very much. So the lady then, unfortunately, was being brought into a hospital because I jumped over her and I didn't know what happened. I had to run. That was just my plan. Take the bell and have an opening here and disappear. Lo and behold, one opened the buzzer and I could go on the ground into the building. I didn't know who it was. Here was the lady. She also escaped from east to west, but many years earlier without a war. And she has observed this from me, and she was telling me how nervous I was going back and forth. And at a sudden the bell rings, and here is this guy she saw from her third floor down here. And I was standing here. We made immediate friends. So that is a nice gesture. Because you have to understand, why didn't they open more doors? They were all afraid. They experienced all the difficulties since months. What's happening right here, living right here on the hotline, you know, on east-west corner. And that's a very good example. Here is the lady. She also went to the church, being also escaped from East Berlin to West Berlin. And she was singing in the choir, and I thought, why shouldn't I join the choir? And here was standing this young lady singing, and I looked at her and I said, that's a nice lady. And I talked to her, and we each other detected, she made a revelation, I escaped from East Berlin too. So we had a big binding, also our faith in God, and we are happily married since then. Thank you. Habe ich was vergessen? Yeah, and one final word, thank you very much for the applause. One final word is, I have relatives in Chicago, and my mother and sister, my relatives, they already escaped from East Germany to Chicago. So what was the best thing? From Hamburg, I applied to be an immigrant to go to Hamburg, from Hamburg to Chicago. But here I was meeting her, and we wrote letters, and I said, my dear friend, if I get a job, I stay in America. If not, I come back to you, and we are happily married then. We were not married yet. And do you know what happened? 1 week later, IBM offered me a job in America, and I was since then an IBMer for 28 years, and wonderful. But I also had a companion now with me, and my dear wife, she joined and immigrated, and we didn't know much from each other, so we put everything in God's hand. it was in good God's hand. Thank you very much.